The Beltane fire ritual continues. As I stated before, this is a very high Satanic month that leads up to the required blood sacrifice. Just the other day, a semi-driver is now facing homicide charges after multiple people were killed in a horrific, fiery crash. The crash involved 28 vehicles on a Colorado highway. What is interesting is that this crash took place near the Denver airport, which they have already bragged and joked about being the Illuminati's headquarters. Here is the news footage on this terrible accident. During the news clip you can see the semi-truck pass at an exceptionally high speed.
Denver, turning an interstate into an inferno. A semi blasting past drivers, slamming into cars and trucks, killing at least one person, injuring 6 more. ABC's Clayton Sandell is there on the scene with us with the latest. Good morning, Clayton.
Good morning, Cecilia. You can see behind me here, there is no traffic on this major interstate this morning. I-70 is completely shut down except for emergency vehicles. And authorities say overnight that multiple people were killed in this crash, but they still don't know how many or why this happened.
There is a complete fire. Things are exploding.
Rush hour interstate inferno.
Oh my God.
Explosions and raging fire in the middle of the Thursday evening commute. After police say an out-of-control tractor-trailer slammed into commuters stopped in a traffic jam.
You can see a car, outline of a car right there.
That speeding semi captured on Josh McCutcheon's live stream camera.
Oh my God!
But I've never seen that many cars and that much destruction and fire, and it was just complete chaos.
The chain reaction disaster engulfing at least 12 cars and 3 semis on Interstate 70 near Denver. 6 people rushed to hospitals. So much carnage, police don't know how many people are dead.
We are still working on identifying those people that were killed, and we're also still trying to account for everybody involved in the crash.
Investigators now reviewing this video. They're eager to talk to the driver of that semi who survived. Police want to know why the truck was going so fast and why it did not stop.
They don't know why this happened. To the sheeple, they think this was just a bad accident. However, the truth is, considering the high Satanic month and how these demons require blood sacrifice, we know why. Notice how the news reported it as a massive inferno. As I have covered in other material, this is a fire ritual for the Beltane feast, a satanic high feast. This fire ritual is the reason for the oil rig explosion, the Oklahoma City bombing, Virginia Tech shooting, Columbine shooting, the Waco Siege, and many more. Seriously, for all we know, they could have put explosives in that truck. Just like they could have hid homeless people in the Notre Dame Cathedral when that went up in flames. The truth is, we never fully know the truth. We will only be told what they want us to know. The crash took place during rush hour, of all times. The man who caught the semi-truck on film, Josh McCutcheon, stating, "I've never seen that many cars and that much destruction and fire," he told Good Morning America. "It was just complete chaos." "You got that, complete chaos," he said. "That is what these sickos do, created the chaos. In this case a massive highway inferno killing many people. Just terrible." One article stated that there was no evidence of drugs or alcohol, and no indication that the driver intentionally caused the crash. Listen up, I could be wrong here, but my gut feelings is that this was planned. I don't put anything past these sick pawns of Satan. We all can agree that every time new technology is announced, in reality it is like decades old. With that said, for years they have had the ability to hijack cars, trucks, even airplanes. How else do you think they will be able to pull off the fake rapture? Don't be so quick to say I'm wrong. Check this out.
But now when you dig deeper into the document, buried way deep in there, is about how the government was also looking into hacking vehicles. But it turns out hackers have already been doing it. There's a gadget out there right now that allows people to use a little remote control and get into your car undetected, even start your engine. And that's not all. There are a couple of hackers who've even been able to take over a car remotely while it's driving down the highway, and it's all caught on video. This morning, the powerful demonstrations you need to see before you head out today. As this SUV drives down the highway, these two hackers are pulling off the unthinkable.
No matter what happens, don't panic.
Taking control of it wirelessly, even turning the wheel. Other hackers opening car doors with ease using this little gadget. Now, WikiLeaks claims the government was working on hacking cars too. The CIA was looking at infecting the vehicle control system used by modern cars and trucks. The purpose of such control is not specified. The new leaked documents, quoting a meeting of the CIA's Embedded Devices branch. Potential mission areas include vehicle systems. But hackers have already done it. Wired magazine first exposing the danger in 2015.
So first we're going to turn the fan on them.
The driver of this Jeep Cherokee losing control.
Something just turned on all the fans and AC and stuff. I didn't do that.
These two hackers say they're controlling the car remotely, turning on the windshield wipers, turning on the radio.
The air conditioning is blasting, the music is blasting, and I can't see anything because of the windshield wiper fluid.
The hackers even controlling the steering, then going even further.
Kill the engine.
So we're killing the engine right now.
Actually, can't accelerate. It says 43 miles an hour, but I'm not going that fast.
Can take control over cars and trucks. Did you catch that? Notice how the news reporter stated they do not know why the government would want to take control over cars. I'm sure many of you out there knows the reasons why. If they can do all this, then who is to say they are not able to accelerate a car, a truck, say a semi-truck, during rush hour traffic? You see where this is going, right? Here is another clip.
The internet-connected infotainment system of a 2014 Jeep Cherokee to take control of the SUV.
So I'm gonna get on the road, so don't kill the engine or the brakes or anything like that. Just do like the simple stuff.
With his partner hacking in from another city, Miller showed us how their hack can range from pranks to the potentially dangerous ability to cut power to the brakes, even taking the wheel.
I give that an A+.
Miller plans to share part of his hack next month at a hacker convention, forcing automakers to take security issues seriously. He's already worked with Chrysler on a fix for the Jeep, but he says there are potentially hundreds of thousands of unsecured cars on the road.
It doesn't matter if you use your navigation or you pay extra for the Wi-Fi. You're vulnerable if you have one of these vulnerable cars.
Chrysler says it has a team focused on identifying and implementing software best practices. Miller says as cars come with more features, drivers will need more protection.
It's definitely something I'm worried about.
We're in Glendale, California, where we're about to sit behind the wheel as Matt Solnick, security expert, car buff, and hacking wizard, hacks the car remotely.
How's it going?
Made it.
Today is actually the first day I've had a chance to test
So you're testing it on us.
This is my first time actually testing live with the person on the car. In this case, I am controlling the CAN bus remotely over the cellular networks. The only thing coming off my laptop is my GSM modem. We had to move the telematics unit from a newer setup to this because these don't come with it stock. Mm-hmm. That enables me to be able to control it remotely. What I'm going to do in the next little bit is actually remotely stop the engine of the vehicle.
Okay. Oh, all right. Engine's dead. I can't move. I'm stuck. All right. Bad time to go uphill. No.
They can cut the brakes. They can do this from another city, thousands of miles away, even another country.
Traditional consumer car is not the only connected vehicle out there. Airplanes, for example, have Wi-Fi on board. Warfighting vehicles, tanks, are connected so they can communicate with battlefield operators.
Imagine how this could be used in military situations. They could hack into, say, a tank in another country and start a war with that country's own weapon.
People speak about this thing being used by governments to generate accidents to important people. It can be just people, crazy people thinking about it or not, I don't know. Nowadays, there's no way to know if you have been hacked in a car.
This is very bad. We know that our battle is not against flesh and blood but against spiritual wickedness in the heavenlies. I have never spoken publicly about this, so let this be noted here. Before I share, I want everyone to first know that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Secondly, no one has power over any of us called out ones, unless Yahuwah allows it. He is still on the throne, and he has the final say-so. Let each of us fear Yahuwah other than any man. So, with that said, back in 2011, while taking the imposter tour, which was consisted of going from city to city and state to state, in proclaiming the Besor along with the end-time deception of their imposter, a terrible accident occurred that left our daughter fighting for her life, as she got hit by a truck doing 70 miles per hour there in Florida. She died twice, had multiple injuries. This was terrible. What many of you do not know is that for 3 months after the accident our truck was hooked up to all sorts of gadgets. We even drove it with the button to push, to see what caused the engine to quit while we were going up a hill. They never found the reason why the engine just quit. Another incident happened to us just 2 years ago. We were coming into Mississippi, as we just got down doing ministry to work in New Orleans. We were in 2 vehicles. The truck was pulling our camper, while the rest of us was in front of the truck. Well, guess what happened? The truck started accelerating at a very high speed and hit the rest of us. Anywhere between 90 to 100 plus miles per hour. It was awful. I speak a truth. It is only by Yahuwah's great mercy we did not flip and die. We were all over the highway, with semi-trucks having to slow down and even come to a stop. His messengers were helping in keeping our car on the road and not hit any other vehicles. Yeah, it was a terrifying experience for all of us. Yet at the same time, we give Yahuwah all the esteem. Just before the strange accident occurred, Yahuwah told me I have a lot more work to do. Praise be to him. Satan does not want these truths getting out there. Yet with that said, we also know who has the final say-so. I ask all called out ones to keep those in the ministry in your thoughts and prayers. Shalom, be blessed. If you do not know Yahuwah or his son, now is the time. If you need any books, tracks or DVDs, email us at followersofyah.com.